Central Methodist Eagles. We ask that all players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAI Championship character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. And now, if you would please rise and remove your hats for a prayer followed by the playing of our national anthem. Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant all athletes, coaches, and fans the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm, help us to honor you all we do on and off the floor, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. And now let's meet the starters for today's contest. First, for the division team on the school board, Granby University. Number 2, Luke Brandich. Number 3, Peyton Chapman. Number 5, Quentin Arnold Bouguet. Number 8, Ludwig Hortegard. Number 11, Jace Berger. Number 15, Kai McKee. Number 17, Rooney Peterson. Number 19, Marco Bayoni. Number 22, Jaron Abai. Number 37, Marco Kramer. And in goal, number 1, Bosco Perry. The Vikings are led by head coach David Groves. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Central Methodist Eagles. Freshman defender number 3, Jan Bechter. Junior defender number 5, Adrian Stock. Junior defender number 6, Basil Ernay. Senior forward number 7, Isaac Johnson. Senior midfielder number 8, Alvaro Perojo. Sophomore forward number 9, Liam Arthur. Senior midfielder number 10, Matthias Stork. Sophomore forward number 11, Koen Schimmel. Freshman midfielder number 12, Max van der Eerden. Junior midfielder number 16, Cesar Queller. Freshman goalkeeper number 1, Nicolo Cabras. The Eagles are led by head coach Adam Gowan and he's assisted by Eli Sherman. Good luck to both teams. Thank you, ma'am. All right, welcome into Heart of America Athletic Conference men's soccer regular season action. This is Rachel Moore, Assistant AD, Director of Athletic Communications here at Central, bringing you today's matchup, which sees the Grandview University Vikings making a trip to town. So, right off the bat, we've got our first yellow card of the afternoon. Schimmel sends one in, headed. Too far wide, though, and that'll be a goal kick for Grandview. So Jaron Aboya, sophomore out of West Des Moines, Iowa, picks up the yellow card just about 20 seconds into this match. Cabras clears that. Eagles maintain possession. Stork down the line here to Patojo. Sends a shot in, looking for Isaac Johnson across the way. Good job by Johnson to keep that in. Isaac Johnson. Looking for Arthur. Taken away by Grandview, and they'll get possession now. Ernay with it. Ernay over to Johnson. Johnson sends one in, cleared. Grandview looking to counter. Good offensive pressure early by the Eagles. Ball just be sent to Stockover into Queller. Ernay over to Bechter. Schimmel. He's got Vander Eerden. Sends it to Porojo. Porojo with some space. Over to Queller. Queller to Vander Eerden. Vander Eerden sends one in. Snagged by Perry. Grandview comes away with it, looking to counter. Ball misplayed. Shot. Good defense by Cabras. That's Rune Peterson. 17 with the shot. Will you turn my slider up a little bit on that mixer over there? Yeah, there you go. Thank you. So I assume Grandview's going to get a corner. No, it's just a very deep throw-in. Thrown by the Vikings. Headed, cleared. That ball just skied high. That was number 8, Hortegard. Be a goal kick for the Eagles. So Grandview enters this matchup 2-4-3 overall, 1-3-3 in conference action. And the Simi men a little bit of a similar situation, 4-5-2, 1-3-1 in conference play. So both of these sides looking to pick up their second win in conference action as we get into the October portion of the soccer slate. If you guys are around later this afternoon, be sure to either tune in or come on down to Davis Field for CMU women as they'll take on Grandview in the second match of this doubleheader. There's Johnson.
Say he had Stork and Schimmel both lurking there in the box across the middle, but too many defenders, so that'll be a corner kick for the Eagles. We'll see who takes this. Looks like it's going to be Queller. So CMU women, that kickoff will be at roughly 2:30 p.m. depending on the time of the conclusion of this game. Queller sends one in, headed, punched out by Perry. Erne back to Bechter. Bechter send that back to Cabras. CMU coming back from a 3-game stretch on the road where they facing numerous top 10 opponents in Mid-America Nazarene and William Penn. And dangerous spot there for Grandview. They clear it though, but CMU's providing some offensive pressure early. There's Arthur. Liam Arthur, left-footed shot. Slips past and got it, goal. So Liam Arthur puts CMU on the board early, just 7 minutes into this contest. It's a left-footed shot that just got past Perry there, and he actually got his hand on it, but it just slipped past him. And CMU takes a 1-0 lead here, just 7 minutes in, and makes sense. They've had a lot of the offensive pressure here early on in this match. See if they can keep adding it too. We'll also see if the Vikings can respond. Liam, sophomore forward, 6'2" out of South Shields, England. There's Prodojo. Arthur over to Vander Eerden. Vander Eerden's got Stork. Here's Stork, flicks it on, just wide right. And he knows he would have had a goal number 2 for the Eagles. Again, just good offensive pressure by the Eagles, getting out in front early and using their speed and quickness to take advantage of those scoring opportunities. Unlucky there, just a little bit far right of the post. We'll double check for you guys and see if we got an assist for Arthur on that last one. See if my studious producer, Miss Zamora, sees what she can dig up. So we'll double check, but assist will go to number 8, Alvaro Parojo. So Parojo's going to get the assist, thanks to our excellent detective work up top in the box. Eagles already had 2 good scoring opportunities here early on, just 9 minutes into this game. Parojo Looking for Schimmel. Threads the pass right past the defense, and Schimmel's got some speed. Schimmel is looking for Stork. Eagles maintain possession. Here's Schimmel. Looking for Johnson. Johnson punched out by Perry. Still in danger. Finally cleared, though, by Grandview. Quick throw in. There's Queller. Queller sends a laser in. Stock was right there for the header. Grandview attempts to clear. And we'll get a foul on Schimmel. So free kick for the Vikings deep in their own territory. Erne with the throw-in. Erne back to Stock, up to Queller. Queller to Stork. Over to Johnson. It's Isaac Johnson on the far side. Johnson looking for Arthur. All good? Okay. It's going to be Queller on the corner. I think this must be the third or fourth corner to start this match. Short kick taken, Schimmel. Line drive cleared by Grandview. Vikings come away with it, looking to counter. Ball sent into the, I was going to say the bleachers, but didn't make it that far. Just goes onto the track. Quick throw in by Grandview, looking to counter quickly. That's Jace Berger with it. Berger up to Peterson. Peterson. Taken away by Parojo. Right back to Bayoni and Grandview. That's Marco Bayoni. Hordegaard. Up to Chapman. Peyton Chapman sends a line drive shot. No harm, no foul. That scampers past the right post. Yes. Cabras clears that. To Van der Eerden, up to Arthur. Hordegaard just back to Perry. It's Adrian Stock over to Cabras. Schimmel. Over to Arthur. Arthur and Perry both in a chase for it. Perry wins that race. He'll quickly roll that up. So foul by CMU gives Grandview a free kick from about the 32, 33. This ball sent in. Headed by Queller. And I think a handball was called because we're going to go the other way. CMU finished their 3-game road trip 1-2. The one win was against Graceland in a 2-0 shutout, and then they had an absolute gauntlet to go through with Mid-America Nazarene, who I believe at the time was number 7 in the country, and then they had to take on William Penn, who at the time was number 14. I assume both those rankings will go up. We'll have to see, but on the men's side, you've got 4 or 5 teams ranked in the top 25 every single week, so it's quite a gauntlet to go through. So they finished that road trip 1-2. They've got 3 straight at home, starting with today. They'll host Grandview today, and then obviously Missouri Valley College will come here on Wednesday, and then they'll round things out against Benedictine College. So Missouri Valley and Benedictine is always a fun game if you're a fan, because the intensity is absolutely through the roof. So we'll see what happens with those games. But CMU returns home. They've got 3 straight here, and then they'll actually make their way to Kansas City, and they'll play Park University on October 21st. And fun fact there, in addition to both CMU men's and women's soccer that day, CMU volleyball will also be in action at 12 o'clock. So if you're in the Kansas City area and you want to see some CMU action, look no further than Parkville, Missouri. Erne back to Cabras. Perojo with the shot right at Perry, though, so low liner. Easy scoop up for the senior goalkeeper. Just under 28 minutes left here in half number 1. Early goal from the Eagles from Liam Arthur just in the 8th minute of play. Looking to add more. Schimmel is looking for Arthur. Likes to just flick one in. Easy save, though, for Perry. That's Bosco Perry. Bosco, a senior goalkeeper out of Madrid, Spain. And if you guys are wondering why that name sounds familiar, because his brother, Guzman Perry, played here 4 years, 2-time national champion. And then Bosco himself played here a couple years as well. So some familiar faces on the Grandview side. Perojo over to Vander Eerden. Grandview comes away with possession. It's Queller over to Johnson. Isaac Johnson wearing the captain's armband today. Ball turned over. Vector with a little bit of a push. Officials say play on. Cabras kicks out over Vector. Back to Stock. Over to Erne. Erne, a 2-time NAL American. Vander Eerden, that ball's kicked out. Luke Brandich argued that that was out on CMU, but the official says otherwise, so we'll go in the direction of the Eagles here. Aaronay to throw it in. Johnson. Ball turned over. Grandview with an opportunity to counter. That's Peterson. Ball sent in. Too far out in front for Jace Berger, so it'll be a goal kick for Central. Official having some words with Adrian Stock there. That's Perojo. A little too much talking between himself and Berger. It's Van der Eerden. Looking for Arthur. Arthur keeps it in. It's cleared by the Vikings. Stock back to Cabras. Aaronay to Van der Eerden. Schimmel. Kuhn Schimmel has some space in the middle. Sends one over, looking for Isaac Johnson. Too far out in front, though. That'll go the way of Grandview for a goal kick. And the CMU women on a bit of a hot streak per usual, following their season opening loss to Cumberland, who they climbed as high as number 2 in the country. Routed off 4 straight wins before tying Campbellsville, and then routed off 5 more wins after that, including a 5-1 win over William Penn. They'll play host to the Grandview women here at 2:30, and then same thing as the men with conference doubleheaders. They'll host Missouri Valley this Wednesday at 5 o'clock, followed by Benedictine at 5:30 p.m. on October 14th. That'll be a foul call, they believe, on Grandview. Say they don't like the call, but the official's going to say no. It's correct. That's going to be Berger, I believe. CMU trying to get one off early, but the official says no. Reset, and we'll go again. And I know I mentioned the park triple header in Parkville, but if you guys want to stick around at home the week before, this coming Saturday, CMU Athletics hosts Benedictine in football and men's and women's soccer. So 2 straight weekends of just the exact same opponent 3 different times. So again, always enjoy those. We've done it a few times on the road. I remember MNU a couple years back. We played them in volleyball and men's and women's soccer. Maybe football too, but I don't think so. I think that'd be quite a coincidence if that was the case. Left-footed shot cleared by Aaronay. Arthur giving chase. Perry just elects to clear that, and Grandview will take over possession. 21 minutes left here. CMU looking to pick up its 5th win of the year, 2nd win in conference action. As we really get into the meat of the conference schedule here in October. Perry. Appears that Grandview maintains possession. Again, good offensive pressure, though, by the Eagles. And besides just a couple of instances of Grandview getting an opportunity on some counters, I think it's been all CMU here early on. We'll have a host of substitutions for the Vikings here as we get deeper and deeper into first half action. Schimmel comes away with it. It's Vander Eerden. Back to Schimmel. Schimmel over to Arthur. Arthur. And called him offsides there. Thought they might let him get away with it, but a little different in the pros where they let the play out and then they elect to call the offsides after everyone's all excited. So called that one early. Perojo comes away with it. Vander Eerden over to Erne. Erne to Bechter. Bechter to Johnson all the way back to Erne. Erne's got some space in front of him. Looking for Vander Eerden. Pass taken away. Joshua Grosser, Lucas Newhard. And Sammy Lodano. So 3 substitutions for the Vikings. Looking to get some fresh legs in. Here's we are just under 19 minutes left here in half number 1. CMU early goal scored by Liam Arthur. Grandview looking to counter though, looking to equalize. Eagles led by head coach Adam Gallons in his first year with the program. Came over from Westminster College in nearby Fulton, Missouri. Before that, he was coach up in Wisconsin, I believe, and he's actually got some ties to CMU as he was an assistant coach under Dan Schmidlin, who way back when coached both men and women, which that was a common theme back then, and I still see it every now and then, but not so much anymore. He took over the women's program, and Schimmel up to Arthur. Arthur with those long legs looks to chase it down. Had Johnson and Stork both lurking. Cleared, though, by Grandview. They come away with possession. Queller up to Arthur. Arthur sends one in. Stork took a tumble, so wasn't able to get anything on that ball. CMU still maintains possession. Schimmel over to Queller. To Bechter. Bechter. Back to Stock. Stock to Perojo. Perojo asking for a handball. They give it to him. That'll be a free kick for CMU just inside the 30. Eagles take it quickly. Johnson. Grandview just trying to get any sort of momentum, but have really struggled here. Good defense by CMU in this first 29 minutes of action, and again, really just good offensive pressure from Central. Alvaro get called on a foul on that one. He's going to protest. I don't know if he'll win that battle. Probably not. He doesn't, so it'll be free kick for the Vikings going the other way. Again, Alvaro still pleading his case. That's Grosser. Grosser sends one in. Good job by Queller to clear that. Still in Grandview possession. Erne goes down, and they'll award Grandview a free kick in dangerous territory. That'll be a foul on Erne. And we'll get a stoppage in play. So I can't be for sure completely, but I think there was a card assessed to the CMU bench. I don't know if someone was talking while warming up or what the case may be. But so I think a yellow card is going to be assessed. So yellow card assessed to the CMU bench. We'll see if we can figure out who the player was. But I think they were warming up on the inline over here and were saying something that the official didn't like, so he went over and had a conversation with Coach Gallen. A yellow card was assessed, so that was following the foul on Erne. So we'll start again here. Ball sent in. Good save by Cabras. That'll be a throw in for Grandview here. So still trying to figure out the mystery yellow card for CMU. So just under 14 minutes remaining. We'll have a host of substitutions for CMU. That's going to be Jayden Johnson, Martin O'Toole, and Sophie Ann Jowsey. We'll see if when the official elects to let him come in. Vander Earden up to Johnson. Johnson sends one just off the side. Netting there. Again, a good shot there by Johnson. Johnson, a senior out of, I believe it's Columbia, Missouri. I always get these confused. Jefferson City, Missouri, excuse me. He's been on 3 conference championship, both tournament and regular season teams. Made it to 2 Final Fours his freshman and sophomore year. So he's got some championship experience in his arsenal. Johnson will send one in. Stuck. Cleared, though. Grandview looking to counter. Grandview with some space. Again, good defense, though, by CMU. They've been all over the field today. Parojo to Vander Earden. And then we'll get our host of substitutions now. So number 2, Martin O'Toole. 17, Jayton Johnson. And number 26, Sophie Anjouzi. And then for Grandview, number 23, Cade Beaton. And I believe number 6, Aaron Hafner. Coming off for CMU will be Stork, Arthur, and Johnson. And for Grandview, that's going to be Kai McPeak and Jaron Obia. So Grandview sneak subs on us. Hopefully my statistician got all those. There's about 5 of them in a span of 10 seconds. Just under, almost under 11 minutes here. That's Jayton Johnson. Foul call on the Eagles, so it'll go the other way for Grandview. Jayton Johnson, the lone remaining player from that 2019 national championship team. Saw the Eagles run the table in both the Hart regular season, Hart conference tournament, opening round, and then final sight out in Irvine, California. So he and Isaac Johnson both have championship experience under their belt. Both in conference tournament championships in regular season and experience at the final site. So Toole, Martin O'Toole sends one in, looking for Vander Earden. Got it. So Vander Earden with a little cheeky goal just past Perry, and it was a well-taken shot and an even better cross from Martin O'Toole. Puts CMU up 2-0 here. Just under 10 minutes left here in half number 1. So Eagles are in good position here as we get another stoppage in play. So our head official having some conversations with the CMU ball boys. I'm not sure what the conversation is, but it can't be good if we have a stoppage in play to discuss stuff. So clock will resume. Grandview throws it in. We'll resume action here. And that ball, unfortunately, is going to head over the fence into the trees, down into the... I think there's just a... I don't know if there's a straight drop-off down there, but Alicia says there is. So, shout out to our ball boys for going down there and getting all of those soccer balls. Perry likes to pick that up. Martin O'Toole dribbling up on the near sideline. It's Jowsey. Queller just likes to clear that. He'll send that over to the far side of the field. And turnover, and that's Vander Eerden and Schimmel with it now. Koen Schimmel needs some support. Sends it up to Vander Eerden. Ball sent out. Good job by Grandview's defense. Just a very, very, very deep throw in for the Eagles. Just under 8 minutes remaining here. Number 24, Mohammed Belmadi. See his first action here in just a second. Jayton Johnson over on the far side. We'll see if he does his signature flip, and he does. Ball's thrown in. Right out Grandview's defense, though. Good hard tackle. Johnson comes away with it, cleared by Grandview. Martin O'Toole with a shot, deflected. That'll be a corner kick for CMU again, opportunity to set piece. And Jayton Johnson just got absolutely trucked on that last play. Good defense by Grandview, but props to Jayton for staying with it. He gets right back up and contributes to a shot on goal for the Eagles. So Belmadi's going to come in. Paradojo's going to come out. Ball sent in. Bechter's kicking himself for that one. He thought he had a shot, and he did. That near post was wide open. Perry. Johnson. Ball sent in. That's O'Toole. O'Toole with it now. Goes out of bounds. I think it'll be a corner kick for the Eagles, and it will. It's going to be Schimmel on the corner. Short kick to O'Toole. O'Toole sends a right-footed shot into the box. No one home, though. Cleared by Grandview. Ball goes way out. Good hands by the Grandview bench. Just under 4.5 remaining here. CMU 2 goals. Early on from Liam Arthur in about the 8th minute, and then not too long ago, Mats Vander Eerden. Assists coming from Paradojo and O'Toole. Johnson with the flip. Sends one in. Ball headed. CMU still with it. Johnson. Ball cleared by Grandview. Queller's going to come away with it unless he gets tracked down. We'll see who gets the throw, and I think it'll be Jan Bechter. And turnover by CMU. We'll see if Grandview can capitalize. They're in the box. They go down. I think that'll be Adrian Stock. So Adrian Stock on the foul, and I think that was just inside the box. It was on the inline, so that'll be a penalty kick for Grandview. Looks like that'll be number 3, Peyton Chapman. No, I didn't see one, no. So Chapman and Cabras will do battle here. Grandview looking to cut the lead in half right before halftime. Official, I believe he gave the okay. We'll see. Shot taken. Buries it in the back of the net on the right side, and Grandview cuts this lead in half right before halftime. Again, just an unlucky spot. A turnover by the CMU defense leads to a foul inside the box and a penalty kick for the Vikings that they convert, and that's Peyton Chapman. So we'll resume action here. Unlucky right before half. Gives the Vikings some life going into halftime because they were getting pushed around from an offensive standpoint by the Eagles. Again, good job by Chapman to make the most of his opportunity. That's Schimmel. Up to Johnson. Johnson double teamed. Van der Eerden. Again, Grandview just trying to get it out. Allows the defense a chance to reset here. Johnson with a throw in. Cleared though. So you can hear the coaching staff for Grandview screaming, clear it out. Grandview looking to counter again. Ball sent in. Good job by Cabras just to scoop that one up as we're just under 2 minutes here. Grandview, the CMU defense reeling a little bit here in the closing 90 seconds of this match, or excuse me, of this first half. As Grandview's found some offensive spark as we close half number 1. It's Belmonte and O'Toole. Turned over. Jowsey with it now. Grandview's pleading for a foul. Official says no, play on. Ball all the way up to Schimmel. That's Kuhn Schimmel. Schimmel. He is triple team, so at some point I think Grandview will come away with it, and they do. One minute remaining. It's Jowsey. Over to Belmonte. Belmonte to Queller. Queller to Jowsey. Back to Queller. It's Van der Eerden. He had the second goal of the afternoon for CMU. Was looking for Jowsey. Perry scoops that up. Just under 40 seconds left here as Grandview's coach is pleading to get the ball in play, see if they can get anything right before halftime. It's Adrian Stock, and that'll probably do it here for half number 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So that's going to do it here for half number 1. 2 goals by CMU. Take a 2-0 lead here early on. Grandview gets one back here on a penalty kick just with 3.5 minutes left here in the first half to trim this lead. We'll get you some quick stats here as we enter the halftime break, so give us just a second. Be right back. All right, so halftime here at Davis Field. CMU a pair of goals from Liam Arthur and Mats van der Eerden to take a 2-0 lead here in this match, but Grandview had some offensive counters late, capitalized on a defensive miscue by the Eagles, and they were able to get a sorry about that, guys. We're back just dealing with some housekeeping items here as we enter the halftime break. So we'll check out some stats here, and then we'll let you guys take a break. 15 minutes on the clock. In terms of team comparison, CMU's offense has really shown through here, especially in the early stage of this game. 9 total shots, 3 on goal, compared to just 4 shots and 3 on goal for the Vikings. 2 corners. Thought we might have more corners than that, but maybe not. 9 fouls committed, and then 2 yellow cards, both against CMU. Peyton Chapman for Grandview, the lone goal here in the first half for the Vikings. On a penalty kick, just with 3.5 minutes remaining, and then 3 shots for Isaac Johnson, the senior out of Jeff City. Martin O'Toole, he's got an assist and a shot in this match. He assisted on the second goal from van der Eerden, and then Liam Arthur obviously had the first goal of the afternoon. So CMU leads 2-1 here as we hit the halftime break. We'll be right back. It's about 13.5 minutes remaining. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to CMU Eagles Men's Soccer here on the Hart Conference Network. right, we are back in action here at Davis Field. We're off and running here. Had to started a little bit late on our clock, so we were back quicker than we anticipated, but we're back. We're bad, and we're ready to go. So, score is 2-1 in favor of CMU. Eagles were up 2-0, but Grandview got one back just at about the 3.5-minute mark of the first half, closing 3.5 minutes, I should say. So Cabras sends that over to Erne. Erne to Bechter. That's Jan Bechter. Grandview starting out this second half quick with possession going from right to left on your screen. That's Perdojo. Over to Johnson. Ball goes out of bounds off of the Eagles, so in favor of Grandview, they'll get a throw in deep in their own territory. That's Newhard with it. Hard foul by Newhard, number 16, so that'll go the way of CMU. Grandview doesn't agree. The official says play on, and we will. Erne back to Cabras. Cabras up to Queller. Headed back by Peterson of the Vikings. Be a quick CMU throw in. Official's going to say, no, sir, please back it up slightly, so the Eagles will. Again, CMU trying to cheat a little bit here on the sideline, and Eagles finally throw it in. Bechter was looking for Arthur, headed back to Johnson. Adrian Stock will get a foul on the Eagles, and I think that was Queller, number 16. Again, I say I think because there's a lot of flying around on the men's side, so it's hard to keep track. All quick and fast-paced action, and sometimes I can't keep up with it. So we'll go with Queller on the foul. It'll be a free kick for the Vikings. Grandview looking for their second win in conference play, third win overall. Ball sent in. Cabras attempted to grab that, ends up going off his fingertips, so that'll be out of the back of the in-line. Grandview will get a corner there on the far side. Looks like number 3, Peyton Chapman, will take this one. Chapman gives the signal. Sends a left-footed cross in. Headed back by Stock. And an absolute missile of a shot. That's number 19, Marco Baioni. And that was just going to curl inside the near post here, but again, a brilliant save by Cabras, and he got off. He had to get quite a vertical on that to get a hand on it and prevent a goal for the Eagles. Corner punched out by Cabras, cleared by CMU. Again, Brandich with a shot, but right at Cabras, so no harm, no foul there. Erne. It's Bechter. Bechter with some space in front of him. Over to Johnson. Johnson back to Queller. Erne. Perdojo. Was looking for Stork. Perdojo. Johnson. Johnson will get the call, or he'll get called for the foul on that one. So Granby will get a free kick from about the 40. Say Isaac Johnson wearing the captain's armband today for the Eagles. Fourth-year senior out of Jefferson City, Missouri. Peyton Chapman on the free kick. Goes over everyone's head, and I think be another corner for Grandview. Grandview sends a low liner in. That was Hortegard on the shot, number 8. Deflected, though, by the CMU defense. Goes out, and we'll do another corner. So, 3 opportunities for the Vikings on set pieces here. They'll send one more in. A ball trickles across the face of goal. Goes out of the bag. Grandview protesting. They say, I want my 3rd corner kick in the last 90 seconds. I think the official's going to say no. And he does, so it'll be a goal kick for Cabras and the Eagles. 7 minutes gone here. Grandview men looking for their 3rd win of the year, 2nd in conference play. Well, the CMU men looking to improve to 5-5-2 and 2-3-1 in conference action, because they've got a date with Missouri Valley here on Wednesday, which is always a fun matchup if you're an Eagles fan. Vikings coming in, I believe, number 20 in the country on the men's side. That's Schimmel. Schimmel sends one, floats it up top. Goes over everyone's head, though. That'll be a goal kick for Bosco Perry and the Vikings. Berger in stock. Now Perojo. Londano. Looking for Newhard of the Vikings. Good defense, though, by Erne and the Eagles. To Schimmel. Looking for a little give and go. Doesn't work, though. CMU have possession for a moment. Goes the way of Grandview. They'll call a foul on Matthias Stork. Vikings will look to take it quickly, and that ball made its way into the trees. Perojo clears it. Similar to the opening 9 minutes this first half, goes in favor of Grandview in terms of the offensive pressure. CMU had it early on, and that was evident with a early goal from the Eagles and Liam Arthur. But Grandview has flipped the script on CMU here in half number 2 as they've gained a majority of the possession here. They've had 3 opportunities at set pieces, a couple of corners, and some free kicks as well. So they've made some halftime adjustments here. That's Schimmel. Schimmel still with it. To Johnson. Johnson across field. He's looking for Erne or Perojo. Perojo comes away with it. Back to Vander Earden, up to Erne. Erne calling for it. Erne. Erne's got some space. Erne to Perojo. Back to Vander Earden. Vander Earden. Looking for Johnson. Almost looked like a bicycle kick for Grandview, except that's the defense, so they'd be going the wrong way in that case. But regardless, a foul on CMU it looks like, so quick free kick taken by the Vikings. They'll look to send it upfield. Queller comes away with it. Van der Eerden over to Stork. Stork with some space. Stork to Schimmel. Vikings come away with it. That's Chapman. Stork takes him down. Good tackle. It's Queller with a low line shot. Easy work for Bosco Perry. Vector to Johnson. Van der Eerden. Physical game here. 12 minutes gone here. Ball cleared. Queller and Peterson. Newhard. Proho defending. Good defense by Proho. Up to Johnson. Johnson and Queller will send it back to Stock. Vector. Back to Stock. Vector. Likes to send it to Cabras and they'll reset. Cabras will send a ball deep. Arthur there tries to head it. Eagles maintain possession. Erne was looking for Schimmel. Erne still with it. Erne for Arthur. Flicks it. Got it! That marks a brace for Liam Arthur, the sophomore forward out of South Shields, England. He gives CMU a 3-1 lead here. 32-11 remaining. In half number 2. Basil Erne on the assist, so great connection there from those two, and CMU's got a 3-1 lead here. And just as you think Grandview's got a little bit of momentum in terms of offensive pressure, CMU comes right back and puts one on the board. See if the Vikings can answer here. They need 2 goals, and they got 30 minutes to do it. And foul called by our head official. And I think they're going to give it to 16, Lucas Newhard. Stork. Turned over, that's Ladondo with it now. Ball sent upfield. Looking for Newhard. Easy work, though, for Cabras, and he'll just send that up to Queller. Over to Vector here on the near side. Vector to Van der Eerden. Vector to Johnson. It's Isaac Johnson on the near side. Van der Eerden sends a little shot in. Headed by Stork. Stays in play, though. Correction goes out, so it'll be a goal kick for the Vikings. Stork with a shot. Good job by Perry, though. So back-to-back scoring opportunities for the Eagles. Stork on a header, just not. Couldn't get enough on it. Chapman sends one in. Finds its way over to Erne, who just elects to launch that one into the trees. Ball boys lucked out, though, because it just went right up against the fence, so they won't have to hopefully trek down to the creek. Stork up to Vander Eerden. Bayoni tracks that one down. Over to Berger. That's Ladondo. Just under 28 minutes left. The brace from Arthur. Shot by Berger, deflected. And that'll be a goal for Lucas Newhart and Grandview, and just like that, they've trimmed this lead back to 1. So much like the Kansas City Chiefs, CMU men's soccer and Grandview men's soccer have put up a lot of points here today. We'll call them goals to just be technically correct, but if you've come for offense, we've got it here early on, and then stick around for the women's game, because hopefully more of the same there. And then you've got the Chiefs and the Vikings at 3:25. So, Erne. That's Arthur. Arthur looking for Johnson. Johnson heads it. Deflected. And Matthias Stork answers right back, and CMU's got a 4-2 lead here in half number 2. We'll see if we got a replay there for you. See if my protege, Miss KJ Johnson, pulled it. And a lot going on in that play. Started with Isaac Johnson. Sends a cross in. Stork had an initial crack at it, which was deflected, and then he came back. So, and following that goal, a lot of conversation from Grandview's coaches. So conversation to be had with Grandview's head coach David Groves and our head official. Of course, he doesn't like whatever's being discussed. So he's using the Grandview crowd as a Grandview head coach David Groves using the Grandview crowd to try to debate yellow cards, and he'll get assessed a yellow card for his discussions. So, intense game early on. Coach didn't like some of the calls, or no calls, I should say. So, coach still debating. I don't think he's going to win this debate. We'll reset. Clock goes, so we'll resume action. Van der Eerden looking to make it 5. Shot deflected. Van der Eerden still with it. Over to Arthur. Arthur saved by Perry. .540 left here. Half number 2. Pair of goals in each half for the Eagles. Grandview's gotten on the board twice. Once in each half, so that's how we've gotten to where we are right now. High intensity game here. This is a key conference matchup for both sides. Johnson was looking to dribble through a few defenders, but ends up going out of bounds. Cross on the back in line, so it'll just be a goal kick for the Vikings. We'll have a pair of substitutions. That'll be number 17, Jayton Johnson. I think number 2, Martin O'Toole. GA confirms with me, which is great. So both Basil Ernay and Liam Arthur will exit. Actually, scratch that. Ernay will stay in. Arthur will come out. So a free kick a throw in for the Eagles. That'll be Jayton Johnson. Correct. Ball sent in. Van der Eerden got a foot on just over the top of goal. Grandview will have 3 substitutions. We'll see if they let him come in. They do. That'll be number 5, Quentin Bouguet. Number 6, Aaron Hafner. And number 18, Kevin Berg. Coming off will be Berger, Obia, and Cade Beaton. And Jayton Johnson goes into the bench. No. That'll be Peyton Chapman on the foul. We'll see if Johnson's okay. He really just crashed right into the bench. Luckily, he had some teammates there, but I don't know if there was much of a brace as he went right into the back of that bench. But he stays in. Three. So Queller sends one in. Right at Perry, though. Good job by Perry just to go up and snag that one. No one was really in the area for CMU. Stock. Vikings come away with it. Isaac Johnson tracks it down. Just sends it back. Cabras clears it. That's Stork. Matthias Stork, good job to maintain possession, gives it to Vander Eerden. Vander Eerden to Johnson. Johnson to Parojo. Parojo to Johnson. Vander Eerden. Johnson back to Bechter. Queller. O'Toole flicks one in. Parojo. Possession back to Grandview. Looking for Obia on the up top. Cleared, though, by Parojo. Aaron just elects to clear that. Goes right back to Grandview. That's Bayoni. Excuse me, Berg. It's Kevin Berg. Under 22 minutes left. Just about 21 minutes remaining. 2:30. Dangerous spot there for CMU, but that ball just rolls through the back of the end zone. It'll be a goal kick for the Eagles and Cabras. Queller. Up to O'Toole. O'Toole's got some space on the far side. He's got Jayton Johnson and Vander Eerden and Stork right with him. Ball's deflected. Cleared by the Vikings, so it'll be a throw-in for Central. Quick throw in. Johnson sends one in. Vander Eerden giving chase. And we figured out what the debate was between coach and official. He thought it went off he thought the ball on that cross actually hit the yellow of the football goal post. If that was the case, the official didn't see it. Said no, it just went off the crossbar. So that was the debate going back and forth on the near sideline here. Got confirmation from some top sources sitting in the stands. Erne to Bechter. Bechter over to Stork. Was looking for Jayton Johnson. Turned over, though. Granby comes away with it. It's Fernando Alvarez. Luca Brandich. Back to Perry. Perry likes to just sky that one. Adrian Stock with the header. O'Toole launches one towards Grandview's side of the field. Grandview on the throw-in. Porojo over to Johnson. Queller. Up to Bechter. Bechter back to Cabras. CMU leads this one 4-2. Just under 17 minutes left in regulation. Van der Eerden takes a tumble. Clock. We'll get a yellow card assessed. We'll see who it goes to. That'll go to number 6, Aaron Hafner of the Vikings. Queller wanted to take that quickly, but the official said, no, you need to wait. Well, we'll do it all again here in just a second. Erne. Cleared by the Vikings. Adrian Stock back to Erne. Erne to Stock. Stock will send it over to Bechter here on the near side. Bechter. Turned over. Grandview comes away with it. Opportunity to counter. Stop. Looks like Aaron Hafner. Excuse me, it's foul on CMU, so Grandview will get a free kick from about just inside the 40, if you're looking at the football lines. Ball sent in. Queller heads it back. And Stork away with it. That's Matthias Stork. He's got some wheels, looking for some assistance. Deflected out of bounds. That'll go in favor of CMU on the throw-in, but it also gives Grandview time to come back in and reset. So I'll just elect to throw it in. That's Johnson. Up to O'Toole. O'Toole. Over to Van der Eerden. Cleared by Grandview. They'll stay with the Eagles. Again, if you guys are able, be sure to stick around. We've got more soccer action. This time it'll be the CMU women coming up at about 2:30. Isaac Johnson on the throw-in. Ball's headed. Still in play. Grandview finally kicks it away. Again, the CMU women, they'll slate to kick off at about 2:30. We'll have 30 minutes of warm-up in between. Bechter over to Johnson. That's Bechter. Up to Van der Eerden, but instantly called offsides. None too happy with the pass from his teammate. Didn't give him enough time to pull back. Ball sent up. Lucas Newhard for Grandview giving chase. Let's go Gay with it. Berg to Johnson. Isaac Johnson's got some space. Job by Grandview just to clear that out. A throw in for the Eagles. Be Stork on the throw in. Stork back to Stock. Stock over to, back up to Stork. That's Bechter. Bechter to Vander Eerden. Vander Eerden up to Johnson. Isaac Johnson's got some space. He's got to beat Hortegard to it. Johnson comes away with it. Vander Eerden. Over to Patojo. Patojo over to O'Toole on the far side. O'Toole. Stock. Alvaro, nice pass up to O'Toole. O'Toole. Shot deflected. Goes out of bounds. That will be in favor of CMU as they'll get a corner on the far side. Ball sent in, punched away by Perry. That'll be a corner kick. We'll just do it from the other side this time. O'Toole. Over to Queller, sends one in, punched away by Perry. It's Jayton Johnson. Isaac Johnson. Another corner kick for CMU. Third. Yeah. And what an absolute screamer from Isaac Johnson right off of the corner kick. And CMU, just like that, takes a 5-2 lead here. 10:25 left in half number 2. So the third corner kick for CMU in about a 90-second span. Caesar Queller on the assist there as he took the corner and looked almost just like a short corner kick for CMU, but Isaac Johnson just wide open there. And about the 15, we'll get a replay on it for you potentially. replay thrown up, so absolute beauty up in the upper 90. Just for humor, we're going to show it to you guys one more time. We'll see if we can pop it up. So, Queller just on the low end pass. And Isaac Johnson just a right-footed shot into the goal, and he's had a couple of signature goals like that, so well done by Johnson. That's his first goal of the afternoon, and CMU's up 5-2 at the 10-minute mark. Again, I've said it, but if you've come for offense, you're in the right spot. 7 goals combined between these two sides. Should get you warmed up for the Chiefs and Vikings. Hopefully the Chiefs can hang up some points as well. No. Same thing on the women's side. Hopefully a high-scoring game. That game will go at about 2:30, depending on if there's any sort of delays here in the final 9 minutes of action. I'll have to find some wood to knock on. Hopefully that doesn't happen. It's a signature thing I do, and thank you. Well done. Yep. Collective knocking on wood from the box, so I think we're in the clear. So CMU up 5-2, just under 9 minutes remaining. Comfortably ahead. Ball sent in. Grandview with possession now. Number 18, Kevin Berg. Over to Newhard. Back to Chapman. Chapman had the first goal of the afternoon for Grandview. It was a PK with about 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Got Grandview on the board and cut this lead in half. A long shot from, I believe that's number 2, Luca Brandich. Yes. And shot by Newhart, absolutely launched over the top. Sophie Njauzi's going to come back in for CMU, get some second half action. He replaces Vander Eerden. I have to imagine that his day is done, a productive day from around all up and down CMU's lineup. They've done well. Bechter is looking for Johnson. That'll go out of bounds. And Jorge Cervantes, number 15, he's going to get some action here in the final 7 minutes of play. CMU leaving 5-2, comfortably ahead. Highest offensive output for the Eagles so far this year. Second highest output. They had 6 goals and a 6-1 win over Southwestern Christian. That was a road victory. Then they had 4 goals against William Woods, and since then have been 1 or 2 goals. And that ball pops in the back of the net. Grandview leads, cuts into the lead, 5-3, 6:28 left. We'll see if we can get a number on that specifically. It was a quick shot taken. So that goal right now, we'll credit to number 22, Jared Obaya. So it just slipped past Cabras here, and Grandview looking for more. They've got not a lot of time to work with. That was Lucas Newhart on the shot. Saved by Cabras, though. So the deficit has been trimmed to 5-3 for the Vikings. Stork. So CMU, man, if this score stands as is, CMU's going to improve to 5-5-2, 2-3-1, and Hart play a much needed win for the Eagles. Grandview, again, if this score stands as is, 2-5-3 and 1-4-3 in conference action. Just under 5 minutes left here. Vikings need goals, and they need them quickly. Not a lot of time to work with. Stock. Peyton Chapman. Chapman goes down, tackles Jowsey. I don't think they'll assess a yellow card, but that'll definitely be a foul going in favor of CMU as we hit the 4-minute mark. Second half action. Ernay. Brandick and Parojo giving chase to that. It'll be a throw-in in favor of CMU. We'll see who takes it. You've got O'Toole and Jayton Johnson over there. It looks like it'll be Jayton Johnson. Have a stoppage and play on the clock. As we'll have a substitution for CMU. It's going to be number 24, Muhammad Belmadi. He replaces, I believe that's number 16, Caesar Queller, so his afternoon is done. Again, a productive day from the offense all the way around. Not much defense on either side. CMU trying to hang on here in these final 3 minutes. You have to imagine they're just trying to do some time wasting here as they close out the match. I assume it's Isaac Johnson. Well, then they have two different corner folks there to take the corner. Not sure who it is exactly on the far side. Ball sent in. Nothing doing. We'll go to the other side. So yellow card assessed, believed to number 3, Peyton Chapman of Grandview. Again, that's the second or third time that there's been a yellow card assessed kind of down in the scrum that is the goalie box, so we'll have to confirm cards at the end of the match. But several yellows in this contest, highly competitive game. Both these teams looking to get in the win column. Be a foul on the Eagles. Quick free kick for the Vikings. Official imploring them to get the ball in play, and they do. Just about 90 seconds left here. One minute remaining. Struder, I want to let you do that. Just under 30 seconds left here. CMU just looking to time waste. CMU's going to pick up their second win in conference play. 5th win overall. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So that'll do it here for CMU men's soccer. CMU comes away with a 5-2 victory here to begin their 3-match homestand. We'll get some quick stats here for you guys as we wrap things up. Don't go away. We'll be right back. So final stats here as we wrap up the men's side. CMU comes away with a 5-3 win, a much-needed win for the Eagles as they begin a 3-game homestand here at Davis Field. So with that win, CMU proves to 5-5-2, 2-3-1 in Heart Conference action. The Vikings fall to 2-5-3 and 1-4-3 in Heart of America play. CMU finishes the afternoon with 20 shots, 9 of those coming on goal compared to just 12 shots, 9 shots on goal for the Vikings. So more efficient afternoon for Grandview, but just didn't have enough of those shots to come back in. And 6 saves for the Eagles compared to 4 for Grandview. 6 corners for CMU, 4 for the Vikings. 2 offsides, 6 total yellow cards in this match. We'll look at some individual stats here as we wrap things up. Matthias Stork led the way with 6 shots, 2 of those on goal, including a goal as well. Liam Arthur picked up a brace in the win, and then obviously goals from Isaac Johnson and Mats van der Eerden. For the Vikings, goal from Peyton Chapman. He had that penalty kick, just about 3.5 minutes left here in the first half, and then Jaron Obaya got the late score for the Vikings. And then Lucas Newhart as well. So that'll do it here from Davis Field for CMU men's soccer action. Don't go away, though. We've got the CMU women coming up here in about 27 minutes. So shout out to my team and everything that they do to make these broadcasts possible. My GA Streeter on the stats, Ozzy Barella running camera, Jimena DeTheo, and then KJ Johnson pulling double duty, doing both the camera work that you guys see on the field as well as producing. So appreciate them. That'll do it here. But again, we've got women's soccer action coming your way shortly. This is Rachel Moore, Assistant AD and Director of Athletic Communications here at Central. You've been listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Hard Conference Network.